Ever wondered how your favorite animated movies are made? Or how those intricate architectural models are created? Dive into the captivating world of 3D design. This fascinating field is everywhere around us, shaping the world we see and interact with. From the lifelike characters in the latest blockbuster, to the immersive landscapes in video games, down to the sleek curves of your smartphone, 3D design is at the heart of it all. It's a meticulous process, starting with an idea, a concept. This is then transformed into a 3D model, a digital blueprint of sorts, which is then enhanced with realistic textures and colors. Lighting is then set up to create shadows and reflections, giving the design a real-world feel. After rendering, which simulates how light interacts with the model, we add the final touch, interactivity, bringing the model to life. With a better understanding of what 3D design is, let's delve into each step of the process. The first steps in any 3D design process are conceptualizing and modeling. But what exactly do they entail? Well, let's dive in. Conceptualizing is where the magic begins. This is the phase where we define the idea or concept that the design will represent. It's a bit like laying the foundation for a house. Without a clear, solid concept, the rest of the process could fall flat. Now, once we've got our concept nailed down, it's time to move on to the next step, modeling. This is where we create a three-dimensional model of our concept using specialized software tools. It's a bit like sculpting, but in a digital world. We shape, mold, and refine our model until it's just right, a perfect representation of our concept. And there you have it, conceptualizing and modeling, the first two stepping stones on the path to creating a stunning 3D design. Once our model takes shape, it's time to bring it to life with texturing and lighting. Now that we have a 3D model, how do we make it look real? Enter texturing and lighting. Texturing is the artist's magic brush, transforming a simple 3D model into a visual masterpiece. It's akin to dressing up your model, applying surface textures, colors, and materials to give it a distinct visual appearance. Imagine wrapping a gift with a variety of papers and ribbons, each piece adding another layer of detail and realism. That's texturing for you. But what's a beautifully textured model without the right ambiance? That's where lighting swoops in. Just like in a photo shoot, lighting in 3D design sets the mood and tone. It involves setting up virtual lighting sources, casting shadows and reflections that interact with the textures on your model, creating a sense of depth and realism. It's like illuminating a stage. Every spotlight and shadow contributes to the overall performance. Texturing and lighting add realism to our model, but the final touches come with rendering and interactivity. Our 3D model looks real now, but how do we create a final image or animation? That's where rendering and interactivity come in. Rendering is the process where the computer takes all the information from the previous steps and calculates a final image. It's like developing a photograph. It simulates the way light interacts with objects, creating shadows, reflections, and colors. The result is a 3D rendering that looks as close to reality as possible. But our journey doesn't end here. We now move to interactivity, the process of adding movement to our 3D model. It's like giving life to our creation. We animate its elements, making it move and react. Maybe the object is a character that needs to walk, or perhaps it's a leaf that needs to sway in the breeze, and voila! With rendering and interactivity, we have a complete 3D design ready to captivate audiences and bring ideas to life.